Hey guys, welcome back to another episode where today we're going to be making Bendy from the pen and ink machine. So first things, what you'll do is go to the avatar editor, go to reset, clear appearance and confirm. So as per usual, go to the body, on the head section, search for less and you want this one here. Next we're going to move over to the arms and the legs where we're going to then type in boy, hit the cog on the one result you get and select both arms and both legs. Which then moves us over to the torso, which is where you want to search for scale and you want this one just here. So as per usual, we're now going to move over to the tuning section and do the upper width and the head scale. Now the head scale is absolutely fine as is, so you don't need to touch that, but the upper width, we need to narrow the arms to be quite thin because Bendy has got a very thin upper and lower arm but big hands. So with that being said, we are going to in fact make the arm slightly wider than the rest of the arm, and then eventually we need to widen the torso because we need the legs to be quite apart from each other. Which is what we've just resulted here. So now we've dealt with that, we're moving over to the upper height to then bring it slightly down. So by that I mean we need to make the arms longer but lower the torso so the whole body then kind of comes down a bit because his arms almost touch his feet. If you look at the same picture that I have seen, yet most of the pictures are of course him being quite long up. So that's what we're going to do and replicate that one. So bringing the torso down, we're looking pretty good. So now we're going to move over to the lower body width, of which straight off the bat we're going to bring the whole thing to be very narrow. And likewise with the arms, you want the legs to be quite skinny, but then you want the lower legs to be slightly chunkier because his boots have got a bit of a nice lift on it. And with that, we're going to replicate that with the lower leg. So obviously with that being done, we're going to also widen the feet to make them bulky, and then bring the legs down completely to then give us the overall result of what we've got here after some final tweaking of the actual lower legs. So obviously the feet are quite small, by that I mean they're quite low, so I need to raise them up, and that is done. So now we're going to move and search for curb as we have used before. So use this smiley face that we've got here, and then we need to adjust this to become part of the head, or actually the head. So with that being said, we're going to then just slightly bring it higher, tilt it back a bit, and then scale it so it's slightly thin or wider, but then has no depth to it because it's quite a thin head, as so. But now we're going to just add the face texture, so you want to add this number here or copy it from the description, because this will give us a reference to base the next two parts that we need to search for in this video. So now we've done that, we're going to go back to the accessories, and on the head you're going to search for Noctis, and then you want this hood just here. So this is going to become the part on the head which makes the spikes. I don't know if they're ears or if they're just part of the head just to give him that kind of look. But that's what we're going to be making at this point on the video. So if you tweak it as I do here, you'll very quickly see how this starts to come together and give us the final result that we need for at least the left hand side of the head. And we will be texturing these to be black to blend in, so don't worry, but we just need to get this in the right place for now. So with that being said, we're now done with this one, and we need to go back to the accessories and search for Phoenix, because we're now going to import, or even better, use this one just here, this hood, and do basically the same thing, but on the other side of his head. So with that being said, we are obviously now just manipulating it as we need to make it fit. So please do as I do on screen to get it to be just as I have it, and it makes it a bit easier to follow as I'm just going through a bit slower. We've now got the spike as it were on the right hand side, and it's starting to look pretty good. So with that being said, I'm now going to move on and import a texture. So this is the texture I've used, the code will be on the screen as well as in the description below. And you just want to make it so it's just black. As you can tell from the name, it's just black. Solid black, nice and easy. So you want to do this for both accessories, and like that we're now looking pretty good. Although I'm not too happy with the ear on the right hand side, so I'm just going to tweak this ever so slightly to make it more suitable or more matching to the other side. So now that's done, we need to search for egg, but not on the head. In fact, you want to do it as a backpack because you need to use this as the body. So this is going to become the main round body that you see Bendy have. So with that being said, we just need to shrink this a little bit, increase the width of this and make it longer, and eventually we will then get it to be black. For some reason I had to shift it to the left a little bit because if it's bang on in the middle, it doesn't quite line up. So now we've done that, we're going to now make this be black to start getting the colours and the body parts all together nicely. And with that being done, we're going to import the top next because why not? As we got the arms and legs exposed, it may as well put the textures on. So I've got this one here, and then likewise for the bottoms, I've got this one on the code here. And there you go, with that being done, we've now got the parts in place. We need to paint his hands because they're still grey. So we go over to the paint section, get it to be white, and equip it like so. We just now get into the final parts of now searching for a white tie. So I've gone with this one here, which is the white luxury tie, I think it's called. Can't remember, but this is the one I've chosen, and it's one of the top results as soon as you search for white under the tie section. And then you just simply want to make this fit so it's just underneath his head and it sits close to the body, because from the get-go it floats a little bit ahead of him because we have moved obviously bits around. So that's looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. We're moving over to the animations, and fortunately for us, we've got this one here, which is just his exact walk, and likewise on the run, we've got this one here. So that's my version of Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machines. If you like it, obviously leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode.